All I'm asking is for the language that I've asked for, 2 words, the words "or Utah," to be added to this legislation. I'm asking to be treated on equal footing as the language proposed by the senator from Colorado, the senator from Alaska, the senator from Washington, the senator from Montana, and others. Equal footing. We have equal representation in the Senate. It's the one type of constitutional amendment that is preemptively unconstitutional. You can't modify the equal representation of the Senate. That's what makes this place unique. Each state is represented equally. And I will defend my state, the state of Utah, to my dying breath. As long as I'm here, breathing, and holding an election certificate, I will defend it. Now, my distinguished friend and colleague, for whom I have great affection and respect, has just pointed out that the people of Colorado might be disappointed about this water measure that was in there, or this or that other provision of Colorado. Do they have reason to be concerned? You bet. Do those people in Colorado have objection to the idea that Utah might be treated equally with Alaska or Wyoming? I think not. I think most people in America would look at a state that's had a couple million acres of monument declared, that just wants to be treated the same way as Alaska and Wyoming, and say that's not unreasonable. This is a sovereign state, one that has been mistreated by federal land managers. We don't want to continue doing that. This is a generous offer. It's a reasonable offer. As to the suggestion that because it was offered that this receive a separate vote, it's really not equivalent at all. What he's saying is split this out. Everything else sinks or swims together. All of theirs passes and ours stands alone. If we're going to consolidate this many bills at once, and he's right, some of these passed out unanimously, a bunch of them didn't. I voted against a number of them. Some of them are new, others are old but have been modified. One provision involving my own state involved 450 or 500,000 acres of wilderness and has, since it moved through the committee, been modified to include an additional 200,000 acres of wilderness. That's from my state, and I sit on the committee, and I chair the subcommittee that is supposed to review these things. And this is the first I've seen of it. So yes, I say to my distinguished friend and colleague, for whom I also have great respect and admiration and affection, yes, there are a lot of parochial matters that are addressed in these public lands bills, and appropriately so. What I'm asking is for my state to be treated like your state. That's all I'm asking. It's not unreasonable. It is not unfair. So if you're going to put 640 pages worth of legislation, including some legislation that has some significant ramifications for my state, I ask you to take those 2 words into the bill. That is not unreasonable. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor.